Welcome back to Android tutorial. Today we're gonna do your first useful application. We're gonna do from zero a currency converter app. It's a very simple app that you can publish after even. And let's get going. So first, I want to tell you that I found a way to easily get the values exchange rates for currencies using this link. And we will create an interface, get this JSON from this web page and display it in our app. So let's create a new app, converter. And this should be very easy. Let's just modify manifest now in SDK version, and let's start working by creating the interface for this. Let's delete this edit text. So we need a number edit text. This is one way to just drag and drop. Another way is just drag a plain text and from here, from type, input type, select number. So here we will write what's the amount we want to convert. So now we need to select the currency from which we want to convert, and for this we will use a control named spinner, and also we want to select the currency to which we want to convert it. So we drag two spinners here, and also let's put a button for conversion. And let's name it convert. And also let's put two large texts that we will use to display the results. Let's put a little bit space between them. 10 SP should be enough. And now after we drag these controls, let's give them a nice name. Currency spinner from and spinner to button convert, the text from and a big text to. So after we rename the IDs of the controls, let's put a little bit more space here too. And also okay, let's leave it like this for the moment. After we rename the IDs and play a little with the interface, let's just declare them in our class. So this should be very easy if you we have two spinners, spinner from and spinner to, one button and to edit text. And two text views, sorry. From and text view to. and I press Alt and Enter, then down and Enter again. So Alt, Enter, down for create field, Enter, and Enter again to select text view. Okay, and now while I start the emulator, we should populate the spinners with some values. Okay, so you don't know how to populate the spinners from values, because this is a not so easy. So let's just write in Google Android spinner and go to the first result, and here we see a little bit of description about this control. Take your time and read it, and you see we can populate a spinner using a string resource file like this. So let's just copy this, for example, and let's create in values a new resource file named sys, and instead of Mercury you would put USD, Euro, etc, etc. I don't know, some other values for currencies, like Australian dollars, what else, Japanese yen, but I can't remember how it's called. Okay, and run. And we see here how to populate it. So let's just copy the paste. Now the first line we already have it here, so let's just delete it. The second line we see that we need some imports like array adapter, and instead of planets array, we will just put so we need the currency array. Let's rename it here. Okay, and then let's initialize both our spinners with this adapter. And let's test the application to see if everything was okay. And we see everything is initialized. Good. Alright, so next thing we do, let's write the pattern. Set on click listener, new, control space, enter, and let's get the value from the text and the value from spinners. So the value from edit text will be a double, currency from value, double value of here we have a double value from this edit text, and let's get two strings from the spinners, from currency spinner from get selected item and to currency. Alright, now that we have these items, let's get the URL for them. For example, if we select USD to Bulgarian leva, this URL will change. So let's just copy it, base URL, and we will put this, and this add-on will be an addition to the base URL. So it will be base URL plus from equal from currency and to equal to currency. So this is our URL we need to call. Okay, now how we call it? First of all, we will need an internet permission to access an internet, and you put them like this. Use this permission, and it should be internet here. Okay, and how to get the web page? So now listen carefully. The easiest and bug-free method to get the value of a web page is to use a library very useful called Android Query. So just go to Google and type Android Query. The first result, which is in Google code, and just go to downloads and download this one, and after you download it, just copy paste it here into libs folder, the jar. Okay, so you copy paste it here, right click it and select add as library, and okay. Now how you work with this library? If you click at wiki on this project and core concept, you should read a little, because you will be using this library a lot, so you need to get familiar with it. And you see here, first we need to declare it up. Let's just do it. Let's import it, and this import class should appear if you added correctly the library here. And we see we have to instantiate like this. Okay, and now you want an Ajax HTTP loading. You see, make sure you have the following permissions in your manifest. We have internet, but we don't have right external storage. So let's add this one too. Note that you can terminate this by using this, or just like this. It's more nice like this. Okay, so we will work with a JSON, so we will use the first one, and let's just copy how this is done directly into our our button. Should I make a separate method for this? Yes, you can, but this one is really easy, so let's not complicate. Let's import everything that needs to be imported, and this URL we already have it, and let's just test it if it works. So we have the URL that we want to call, and now we call a Android query with this method that after it finishes getting the result from the content of the web page, it returns a callback and tells us if it found the JSON, it tells us the status code of the request and the JSON in string, or an error if something happened. Now I don't know if it will work on emulator. I hope it will. It should. So let's select USD to euro, click convert. Yes, emulator doesn't have internet. I think. Oh, actually it does have internet. Okay, so we got a crash. What we can do now? Let's open the monitor and see why our application crashed. And let's run it again. And this time we will keep an eye on what's going on here. So we have an invalid double. This means no value is here. Okay. This means it we are trying to convert something non-existent. So let's add a quick check. Okay. Now we hopefully took care of this error. And we got the JSON. Alright, now let's decode this JSON, and we're gonna just take this rate. It is the only thing that interests us. So if you have a JSON object like this, all you have to do is have double rate, JSON get double and rate, and we have to surround it with try and catch. Now the converted value, so we have a double the result is from currency, so currency from value or rate. And once we have this value, let's show it in the two edit tests, so text views, sorry. So text view 1, let's set it like so in this edit text I'm gonna just put what the value here and the currency value, and let's add an equal, and in the other text view let's put the result okay, let's test it. So for example, I know that 10 Bulgarian leva equals 5 euro or something, or 10 euro should equal 19 Bulgarian leva. Let's see how much 10 euro means in Bulgarian leva. And everything is looking great. Now we did the hardest part of the application. Now let's make it look a little bit better. And for example, let's use a hollow theme. And we're gonna just write it here. I'm gonna teach you later how to switch between multiple themes that are supported on the phone, but for now let's just do like this. Android theme hollow, and we got an error that minimum API is 11 and we have 10, so let's just put 11 here. Also we can put them a little bit more larger so they fill the screen better. Let's add a little icon here with the convert, and we do this by selecting the button, clicking the show expert properties, and we have a drawable left, and we will use a nice image. Let's say this one, rotate. Let's increase the text size of this text view. And let's make it bold. Okay, it can be a little bit more. Okay, let's try to run it again and see how it looks like. And I'm gonna give you a very nice homework after this. So the homework that you will have for now is to make this little screen look better. And how you can do this? For example, it's not a explanatory which is from and which is to. You can add to it text views here with explanation, like from currency to currency. You can style it a little bit better. You can increase the text size here. You can I don't know, color the text size here, change the colors. Just play with it. Let's say 10-20 minutes and test it, and this way you can get practice. You can practice your hand how to style your application. And don't close your project, because we will continue with learning how to make this offline. So when you have internet, you will use a value from internet and update it in the memory. When you don't have internet, you will just use the value of the exchange rate from the memory. So if you're a tourist from another country, you can just use this application very well even if you don't have internet. So this will be a very useful application for that you can even publish after. Okay, so good luck with your homework in styling this screen, and see you on the next one.